Right. Hello. Q&A video. Yes, I 1,000 subscribers. I don't, you don't really think about the subscriber count that much. You kind of just let it rise in the background. You never really think about, like, wow, the number has reached 1 and 3 zeros. Great. But, like, when you start thinking about it, 1,000 people deciding to actively follow your content and your channel, when you start thinking about it, that's a lot. At least 700 or like 600 more than the amount of students my school had. Now, everyone would just say, yes, thank you for you subscribing, thank you for your love, and yada yada yada. You get the point. You watch dozens of these kinds of videos. You know what I would say. So you know what? I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave the niceties, leave the niceties out, and you know what I would say, right? Anyway, back to the point. Q&A. Yes, this is a Q&A video like I announced. There were not that many questions, which I mean I wasn't expecting a lot in the first place. I was expecting a bit more than 12. I could just put some filler in the video and it'll be fine, whatever. Anyway, back to the point. So I'm gonna put timestamps in the description so if you wanna skip to something specific. But we're gonna start out with the questions. Okay, first question by like, yeah, great username, man. When are we getting animation live streams? I don't really enjoy animating that much anymore. It's a tedious process, and I just don't really see that much fun in it anymore. I do sometimes get the urge to do it, but a lot of times I start doing it and then I just throw it away and never continue. It might have something to do with my ADHD that got diagnosed recently, but either way, I didn't enjoy live streaming too much either because it's kind of boring. Well, boring isn't really exactly the right word. It's more like it's hard to entertain a group of people for an extended amount of time without them having to leave because out of boredom. I don't really like that. So I'm just not gonna do it. I don't like live streaming. I'm not a big fan of animating, so really, I just don't expect any, I guess. By Mega Proleon, what editing software do you use? Shotcut. I bought it on the Microsoft store. Shotcut, 10 euros. It's one of the cheapest I could find, and it has served me well for 5 years. It works all right. It's not the best one, it's not something a professional would probably use, but it gets the job done more than enough, I would personally say. And for recording, I just use OBS. By Dark Voyager, 1300. What don't you like about the Blackside Zeta community? If you covered this in a previous video, I'm clueless. Oh, man. I should have prepared a script for this. The Blackside Zeta community, to say it clearly, the problem with the Discord community, okay, so I wasn't in the Discord community for a while, like for at least 3 or 2 years. But from my experience, the Discord community is filled with a bunch of fucking snowflakes. Not in terms of like, oh, the woke leftist snowflakes, so they can't take a single slur word and cry about. No, not like that kind of snowflake. I mean that they get either upset really fast, they can argue about things that don't matter at the end of the day, or they're just like unfunny. I guess snowflake is the wrong word, but it's a Roblox Discord community. You don't expect much greatness there. And the Roblox side of the Blackside Zeta community isn't great either. At least that's the way it was pre-MSU, because pre-MSU, Blackside Zeta had like a pretty childish and toxic fan base. There were a lot of salty kids. There were a lot of fucking sweaty tryhards. Just in general, a lot of kids that got upset about nothing, or just people who didn't have anything better to do and cried and screamed about Nothing does. I guess the BSZ community post-MSU has improved, but they're still problematic with toxicity, saltiness. They're still not a pleasant people to be around. Next question by RDA78789. Hey, do you play Centaura or Horizon Blue? I do play Centaura, or Centaura, however you want to call it. I'm gonna call it Centaura, I don't care. I used to play it a lot a couple months ago. I played it like every day, all the time. It was like the most fun thing ever, but it kind of fell off for me. I got bored of it. And Horizon Blue, I've heard of it and never touched it in my life. Next question by Beacon Yes 4099. What nail clipper brand do you prefer? I mean, what? Next question by Woofles. What is your favorite SCP related game and favorite story game? He didn't expand it on the question. In terms of story games, he meant like Block Tales or Underground Hangout game. I've heard of Block Tales but never played it. But I have no idea what the hell Underground Hangout game is. But I guess to answer the question, so he's asking for two. So you're asking for two different types of games: SCP related games and favorite story games. In terms of SCP games, I don't really have a favorite. I guess the SCP game I play the most would be, I don't know, Pathos? SCI Pathos 3, I guess? I don't really play SCP games anymore. I kind of left the SCP genre. I just don't enjoy it that much anymore. But I guess my most played SCP games are Arc 478 and Pathos. I heavily dislike SCP-RP because it's so clunky, it's so poorly balanced, it has so many microtransactions, it's just not good. The combat system sucks as well, it's just not a good game. And in terms of story games, Half-Life, just all the Half-Life games. I love if you can even count that as a story game, I would say Half-Life. But to lean towards the side of Block Tales, I couldn't tell you. Next question, by Mega Prolion. How did you find Blackside Zeta? I discovered Blackside Zeta through a friend. Through an old friend, I guess. Next question by Sir Flory. What is your Sigmar morning routine, Mr. Sigmar? I don't know. Coffee?